Hi, Apex here. You've probably stumbled upon a few mod cars that you were really looking forward to driving or racing against, only to find out that the mod was a mess. Ridiculous horsepower and weight figures, power curves that make no sense, wrong drive type, and so on. Over the years of modding for my stream, I've stumbled upon a lot of these mods, and I have built a system that allows me to quickly fix these cars and bring them in line with what's expected. I initially thought of making this video as a guide on how my viewers can help me add new cars to my stream, so I will reference it quite a bit during this video, but then I decided that everyone would likely benefit from it. So today, I'm sharing this system with you for free. It's available to download on my Patreon for $0, but if you want to send a few buckaroos my way as a thank you, or to share the data folders of the cars you fixed with me on Discord so I can add them to my stream, it's much appreciated. Even if you know how to edit mod cars, this script will allow you to skip most of the manual file editing and trying to figure out the correct numbers. With the script, fixing a car's performance and AI behavior should take between 30 minutes and 2 hours depending on the quality of the mod. Still a bit of work, but not nearly as much as doing it manually. Before you try modding a car with this script, I suggest watching this video the whole way through so that you know what you're getting yourself into. Now, let's talk about the script and what it can and cannot do. The script will be able to bring the car's performance in line with what's expected, but that doesn't mean that it will behave exactly like the real car should. If a mod car is truly broken or, God forbid, encrypted, the script will not be able to fix it. Now, with that out of the way, let's get started. First of all, you will need to install Python on your computer. Go to python.org and download any of the newer versions. Any of them should do. 3.12.10 is the one that I'm using and it will work. When installing Python, make sure to check the Add to Path checkbox. Now we're ready to get to work. The first step is to find a car. If you are thinking of helping me with the stream, replacing a car that is already there with an improved version is fine. If you want to add a pack of cars, that's fine. The script will be able to work on multiple cars at the same time. Just make sure that they are all part of the same class. And if you want to add them to the stream, make sure you are willing to go through every car in the pack. Once you've found a car that you want to add, do a quick Google search with the name of the car followed by Assetto Corsa. Sometimes multiple mod cars are available. Pick the one that seems to be of the highest quality. If you want to have it added to the stream, the next step is to get it approved. Go to Discord in the stream category and in the modding channel, create a new thread with the name of the car, and wait for my approval. Usually you should get it within a day. Do not start working on the car before you get approval. Once you've gotten my approval, we can begin work. First, let's get the proper numbers for the car. We need the horsepower, the red line, the weight, the tire dimensions, and so on. If you look in the description, I will put a template you can copy and paste to an AI. I recommend talking to an AI which has internet access. The free version of ChatGPT will work fine, but you can use anyone you like. Copy and paste the template and change the name and year of the car you want to add. Make sure to specify if it's a race car. If the response contains a large variation in the numbers, some additional research may be needed on your end. Sometimes being more specific in the model trim will help. If the tire measurements you get are not standard, it may be because the car is too old. Ask it to convert them to standard measurements and we can work with that. Now that we have the data we need, let's get to fixing the car. Download the modding script if you haven't already and put it in the Assetto Corsa install folder. Then go in Content Manager and in the car tags, type in #working. This tag will be used to tell the script which cars it will need to adjust. Next, make sure that the car's name is spelled correctly. Simply copy and paste the response you got from the AI, then click on the dots next to the power graph and click Recalculate Curves using data only. Then right-click on the weight and select Recalculate, and then Save. If the numbers you see are inaccurate for the car, that's fine, leave them like that for now. Now go ahead and start the script and let's get to work. The script will now scan your content folder and find all the cars with the #working tag. If you see a car that doesn't belong, go ahead and delete the tag from that car and save, and then try again. Once you see only the cars you want to work on, type OK. The script will now create backups of your data folder. That way, if you make any mistakes along the way, you can simply revert the car back to its original state. Now type 1 and enter. This will do the initial work to fix most of the issues with the car. It will then ask you how many turbos the car has. If the car is turbocharged, go ahead and type in the number of turbos given to you by the AI. If the car is supercharged or naturally aspirated, set this number to 0. Next, let's go into tire adjustment. Select the base tire type that fits the car. If you're not sure, check in with me on Discord. Then select the car type you're working on, then specify whether the front and rear tires are identical or not. Enter the width, aspect ratio, and rim size that the AI gave you. Once done, go back to Content Manager and pack the data. Then load into a practice session with the car. Now, press the F7 key to switch to free camera. Check if the tires are hovering above the road. If they are, go into the car's data folder and open the tires file. Adjust the radius number down slightly until the tires barely clip into the road. Remember to pack the data after each adjustment. Now that this is done, let's go into the transmission adjustments. This will ask you how many gears the transmission has, what the top speed of the car is, and what the red line is. Input this data as given to you by the AI. Now go in the engine adjustments. This will ask you multiple questions on how to generate a proper power curve for this car. Just select the settings that seem to fit the car best. If you have any questions or are unsure what options to pick, don't be afraid to ask me for input. Once this is done, go back in Content Manager and pack the car data. Now recalculate the horsepower again using recalculate curves using data only. The numbers you see is probably not exactly right. Now go in the fifth option, power adjustment. The first question is the horsepower that Content Manager shows you. Then in the second question, input how much horsepower the car should make as the AI told you. Now in Content Manager, pack the data again and recalculate. This should be almost exactly the correct horsepower. Now let's go in the sixth option, the weight adjustment. This one is very simple. Just type in the exact weight that the AI gave you. You can now pack the data again and recalculate the weight. It should be exactly right. We're almost done setting up the car. Next, go in fuel adjustment. This one is easy. Just put in the fuel tank size specified by the AI. Next, go in the suspension center of gravity. Now type in the center of gravity that the AI gave you. If the AI gave you a percentage, such as 60% front, type in 0.6. Then type in the center of gravity type that applies to this car. We're all done with the numbers. Now we start testing. Go back to Content Manager and pack the car's data. Next, let's make sure that the car launches properly. Select a track where the starting line is on a long, flat, straight line. Something like Mugello, Vintage Monza, or Barcelona are all good options. Change the race settings to be a single race with clear weather. Put a single opponent at max strength and aggression and give them the car that you're working on. The car you drive doesn't matter. Set yourself to start in second with the AI in first place. Load into the game and start the race. Immediately press Ctrl and number pad 3 and the camera will switch to the opponent. Now pay attention to his launch and gear shift. If the AI redlines and gets wheel spin up to the point he shifts into second gear, then we need to make the first gear longer. On the other hand, if he bogs down on launch and struggles to get power, we need to make the first gear shorter. If he gets wheel spin but then grips and shifts into second gear properly, then we can consider the launch to be solved. If the launch gear needs to be adjusted, go back in the script and select option 12, Launch Adjustment. Input the speed at which you think the gear shift would be successful in kilometers per hour. Don't worry about being historically accurate. Having an AI that can drive the car properly is more important. Keep trying and adjusting until the AI is able to get a good launch. Remember to pack the car's data after each adjustment. Once a good launch has been achieved, let's move on to top speed. I recommend downloading the Nardo test track to test this properly, link in the description. Once again, start a race with a single opponent on the Nardo track. Switch camera to the AI and see what speed he's able to achieve. The transmission should already be geared properly to reach the car's expected top speed. If the car is too fast or too slow, we need to adjust the drag coefficient. Go in the script and go into option 13. If the car was too fast, type in 10. And if it was too slow, type in -10. Then test again. Keep adjusting and testing until the car can reach close to its expected top speed. Don't worry about getting it exactly right, within 5 km an hour or so is fine. Remember to pack the car's data after each adjustment. We are almost done. Now we're going to adjust the AI behavior. Go in the car's data folder and open the AI file in Notepad. Start a race at the Spa track as a race weekend in practice with a single opponent using the car you're working on. Wait for them to leave the pit and pay attention to how close he gets to the wall. If he hits the wall or comes within the white line, you need to lower the look-ahead value. If he takes the exit too wide, increase the look-ahead. You want him to exit the pits with the right tires pretty much over the white line or very close to it without going over. Now, we need to tweak the way the AI will drive the car and the car's downforce if the car has any. Use the Barcelona track this time using a race weekend with a single opponent using the car you're working on. Linked in the description is an AI file for the Barcelona track. Download it and put it in the Barcelona AI folder. Do not attempt to do this using the vanilla Barcelona AI. There are multiple specific points on the track where you need to pay attention to how he drives. Here, 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 and here. On these two corners, if the AI overshoots or brakes too early, you need to adjust the brake hint value. If he overshoots, lower it a bit. If he brakes too early, increase it a bit. In the final chicane, if the AI swings to the sides wildly, you may need to decrease the tire hint. You want the AI to drive through the chicane in a predictable way, hitting the curves but not overshooting. On this corner, if you see the AI go too wide, you may need to decrease the aero hint a bit. The AI should stay on the optimal line. You can enable the AI app to keep an eye on the numbers on the top left. If they turn red, it's because the AI overshot that corner. Adjust as necessary. By the end, the AI should be able to drive around the track while keeping the numbers green. Optimally, you want the numbers to get above 1.0, but stay below 2 for the entirety of the lap. Once this is done, congratulations, the car is ready to drive. We now move to the final step, adjusting the car's cameras. Load up a practice session in the car you're editing. Open the camera editor and onboard settings apps in-game and set the cameras as follow. Make sure to select whether the camera is inside or outside the car. For F11, press the auto position button and set the pitch to 0. For F14, set the camera to be on the bonnet. For F15, set the camera to be towards the front of the car's bonnet. For F61, set the camera to be on the roof overlooking the bonnet. For 6.2, set the camera to be just outside the left side door. For F6.3, set the camera to be inside the car looking over the driver's shoulder. For F6.4, set the camera to be where a passenger would be. For F6.5, set the camera to be on the front dash looking back inside the car. For F6.6, set the camera to be looking through the rear window. If there is no rear window, set it outside the car over the trunk looking backwards. Make sure to save the cameras when you're done. Now go back to Content Manager and pack the data one last time. Congratulations, the car should now have realistic performance, have a proper AI and working cameras. And it is almost ready to be added to the AI Racing TV stream. Some work still needs to be done, but I will take care of it. Just share the data folder in the Discord conversation, and I will take it from there. Only share the data folder, nothing else. Now, final disclaimer, if you are a mod maker and you want to use the tool to make new car mods, by all means, go ahead, but under 2 conditions. 1, the mod has to be free. If you're going to make a paid mod, that's fine, but I expect you to put in the effort to make the numbers accurate by hand and not rely on a script to do it for you. 2, you cannot encrypt the mod. Encrypted mods are garbage and I hate them.